Let me ask you a little bit about evangelicals and Donald Trump,
Yeah.
and you're on this board, and I want you to explain that exactly. That's more of a formal role. So tell me about that role, first of all, about what you hope you can lend your support in, but also this fascination with evangelicals and Donald Trump. Everybody's trying to get on that psychological couch and try to explain how in the world that evangelicals support Donald Trump. What do you think some of the magic was exactly? Any sense on that?
Well, I was delighted. It was a real honor to be asked to be invited to be a part of the Executive Advisory Committee. It's a fairly small committee, and I'm a strong, committed believer in Jesus Christ. I came to know him when I was 16 years of age, but I was honored because people sitting on this board are people like Franklin Graham, Jerry Falwell Jr., Dr. Dobson, Shirley Dobson, David Jeremiah, Ronnie Floyd. I mean, you've got just incredible believers in Jesus Christ, leading lights here in the United States who serve on that board. And so I was honored to be able to be a part of it. Our role is to be able to put input into Donald Trump when he's a candidate now for president. And if he becomes president, hopefully to be able to continue to speak in on the issues that are concerning people of faith in the United States. Most importantly, as enunciated by and articulated by Dr. James Dobson, is the attacks on religious liberty that Christians are experiencing and have been through the last few decades. And so we've talked with Donald Trump about that. We met at Trump Corporate earlier this summer, and we shared those concerns with Donald Trump. There were probably about 20 of us around a table, and we had one-on-one time sharing with him. And then afterwards, he met with about 1,000 of us in a ballroom, and he's very open. One thing I think it's important for your CBN viewers to know is that what you see is what you get with Donald Trump. He doesn't put on for anybody. He doesn't have to. He is who he is. And what I really, really like about him is that he has 1950s sensibilities. By that, I mean, he really does believe in a strong America because he grew up being proud of the United States, John Wayne America, where, today a lot of kids are taught, unfortunately, that the United States is an evil country and that somehow we've hurt the rest of the world. That's one of the biggest lies that young people have been told. We have been a force for good. No country's perfect, but we've been a force for good throughout time. God's blessed us like almost like any other nation other than the Jewish state of Israel. But Trump gets it. And the Judeo-Christian underpinnings of this country, I think, really came to the fore in the 1950s and were seen in the 1950s. And he is not ashamed. Donald Trump is not ashamed of our Judeo-Christian underpinnings as a nation. He doesn't pretend to be anybody other than who he is, so he doesn't pretend to really know a lot of the details and specifics about the Bible. He's a big businessman, that's what he is.
But there's a core.
But he has respect. And he talks about his mom and how he grew up a Presbyterian. And his mom took him to church and made sure that he was in Sunday school. He was confirmed in the Presbyterian church. He always holds up his mom's Bible. So I'm not certifying what his faith is. All I know is that he was churched. He was brought up in a church background. He respects and loves his church background. And he's had interaction with Christians throughout his life. And he is not opposed to Christianity.